Most tech teams do not have a communication problem. They have an identity problem. So when someone asks, does my tech team need communication or media training? My answer is usually yes, but not for the reason you think. Because most communication and media training starts in the wrong place. It jumps straight to tactics, how to sound confident on camera, how to answer media questions, how to structure a soundbite, how to handle a microphone without panicking. And while those skills matter, they're completely ineffective if the foundational work has not been done first. You cannot train someone to be camera ready when they're not clarity ready. Here's the gap I see over and over again, especially with technical leaders. They can explain the product, they can explain the roadmap, they can explain the values of the company, but they cannot explain their point of view. They do not have a clear leadership stance on their industry, where it's headed, or what needs to change. And without that, trust never fully forms. Because trust is not built when leaders only speak on behalf of the company. Trust is built when leaders can articulate how they see the world. That is the difference between a spokesperson and a signal. Most tech leaders are trained to reduce risk. They're taught to be precise, measured, and neutral. They're rewarded internally for execution, not perspective. But externally, neutrality reads as invisibility. And invisibility is expensive. If your leaders cannot clearly communicate what they believe about the future of their industry, the market fills in the gap for them. Investors hesitate, customers default to competitors who sound more confident, top talent chooses companies whose leaders feel more certain and human. This is why leadership identity has to come before media training. Before a leader ever sits in front of a camera or steps up to a mic, they need three things nailed down. First, they need clarity on their leadership point of view. What do they believe is broken, changing, or misunderstood in their industry? Second, they need language for their perspective, not marketing language, not internal jargon, clear external language that signals credibility and conviction. Third, they need alignment between their role, their voice, and the company's direction. So they're not just repeating the brand message, but reinforcing it with authority. Once that foundation exists, media and communication training actually works because now the leader is not trying to perform confidence, they are expressing clarity. If you want one immediate step your tech leaders can take this week, start here. Have them write a short point of view statement, 3 sentences. What is changing in the industry? Why it matters? And what leaders need to understand that most people are missing. If they struggle with that, that is your signal. And for organizations, here is when it's time to invest in developing leaders in this way. If your company is scaling fast, if your leaders are increasingly visible to investors, customers, or media, and if trust, reputation, or talent attraction matters to your growth, then technical excellence alone is no longer enough. Because in today's economy, presence is not a soft skill, it's leverage.